Hey, what's your OnlyFans? Goddamn, I don't care if you got a man. I'm over here and I'm looking for your OnlyFans. After I seen it, pass it on so that my homies can. Pass it, hey.
So, we have finally come to the final segment of the show. You know what it is. It is Wrestler 20 Questions. You pretty much know the rules already, but I'll just go through them with you again for all the newcomers. And basically, these guys have 20 questions to ask. I give a yes or no answer. At the end of their 20th question, if they reach that 20th question, then they can guess who the wrestler is that I currently possess. But it's also a one-shot kill as well. So if they give me a wrestler's name and they get it wrong, then game over. The power is still in my hands, and then it's a rollover to the next episode. But whoever does guess it right, if they do guess it right, then they take over the honors, and then they will then it'll be their turn for us to guess the wrestler. All right. So if you remember from the last episode, then it was me that actually guessed the wrestler. It was actually it was Maxine, wasn't it?
Maxine, yes, Maxine from NXT.
Yeah. That was man.
In all honesty,
I saw the episode back and I was pissed. I was legit, I was fuming.
but legit, she was an actual superstar. She was in NXT on the old season. She was in NXT when they did that Redemption era. But then she also was a prominent feature on Superstars. She would have matches. I think she was only used on Raw maybe twice or 3 times or like that. But she had matches on Superstars that I knew who she was. Yeah. And it's just because I just thought to myself, okay, so you guys might not know who she is, but you guys knew who she was. You just left to the very last minute to actually kind of decide.
I'd like to see how many matches she actually had on Superstar.
It was like
2 or 3.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it was.
She was constantly on Superstars. I used to watch Superstars. I told you.
Everyone watches Superstars. Same as you don't watch Raw, which is the most main show on WWE programming. So that's why it was.
I would even argue that she wasn't on the main roster.
Exactly.
I didn't say she was. Though. I didn't say she was.
But it was a very controversial one because he tried to twist up the rules as well. It was really controversial. I
didn't twist anything. They just showed you.
If you saw it back, even when I was watching it back, I was getting pissed again. But but yeah, now it should be all. There ain't gonna be no dodginess. It's gonna be fair and square ish. Hopefully they don't get it though. That's what I'm hoping they don't get it. But yeah,
set a time limit.
That's why I might have to do that because that last one was hell to edit. But yeah, other than that, this is now Wrestler 20 Questions, and the time starts now.
Okay, so you can do it. You want to do the obvious ones to get going? There are 5 obvious questions that we can ask. Is this male? Should I ask you to male or should I ask you female?
Go for male.
Is this superstar male?
Is this superstar a male? Yes. I got one. Yeah, I got it.
Oh. Is this superstar currently active?
Make them more specific. Currently active where? Narrow it down so we don't waste questions. Like whether you want to ask if they're on Raw, AEW, whatever. Let the next answer let us know where he is, or almost let us know where he is.
Is this superstar a current member of the active WWE roster?
I'm down with that question.
Is
this superstar a member of the current WWE roster, active roster?
No.
So he's not a WWE superstar, or he's just not currently active.
No, because when I say, let's clarify.
Oh my God!
when I say currently active, I don't mean he's injured. I mean, is he a WWE superstar? Is he on the WWE roster?
Yeah, you mean is he active now, or is he was he? What do you mean? Active
for example,
formally?
If he's injured,
if Jeff Hardy isn't active, but he's on the roster.
So so my answer still stands. No.
Yeah, cool, that's fine.
Wait.
Oh my God.
No, just clarifying. So we're saying that
he's not a WWE superstar. Is what you're saying?
No.
Yeah, let's move on. That's what we're
saying. He's not a WWE superstar. But
yes.
He said no.
Yes, he said no.
On the current active roster, yes, I said no.
So he's not a WWE
Agreed.
superstar.
Okay. So now you have to narrow it down. You can ask the specific if this person is AEW, or do you want to ask if they're in another. I don't even think he watches other factions or other ones. Let's see.
Away from the questions, can I just confirm? Are you including NXT as WWE roster?
Yeah.
So I'm happy to ask about AEW.
Is this superstar currently in AEW or currently active in AEW? How do you want to word that one?
You've made it clear.
No, wait. How do you want to word it? Is this person currently in AEW?
Is this?
Is this superstar currently in AEW?
No.
Oh.
Okay.
So how are we doing this then? Because you said not active member, so that
But
means
he just said it's not in AEW, so it doesn't matter if he's active or inactive. He's not in AEW, so AEW doesn't matter right now.
but he's not an active member of the roster, so that means it could be a legend.
When from our question about WWE, are you taking that as basically being affiliated with the WWE right now in any capacity, whether it's wrestler, manager, Hall of Famer? Or
Yeah, people that's on TV right now,
Okay,
or
fine.
like
So
just,
we've-
yeah.
So he said
Answer
no,
that
no.
question. So then leave it. Yeah, that's fine. He's not in WWE. He's not in AEW. So we're looking at
Potential
other
legends or just someone who's retired or someone who doesn't wrestle anymore. In which case,
Okay, is
Anyway.
this again? You can confirm it, but I'm thinking to ask: is this person wrestling right now? Just period. Because if the answer is yes, then we can look at other promotions. If the answer is
but
no,
then even so, I have no idea. He's no promotions.
well, we'll get to that.
Okay,
later,
okay.
But because if the answer is no, then he's obviously retired or dead. So can you do dead people?
Yeah, technically you can. Didn't someone do Midian? Isn't he dead?
No.
No.
Oh, I thought it was. Oops, my bad.
Okay, is it? You're happy with that?
Yeah.
Is this person wrestling right now? I'll even go further. Wrestling / performing, because DDP doesn't wrestle, but he's performing. Yeah. Wrestling / performing.
Yes.
But he's just not in those three. So it's someone in a different
Okay.
promotion.
So
Jesus.
I would look at TNA, Ring of Honor, New Japan, but
How do you narrow it down out of those three?
I don't. I'm not even saying it's those three. There's other promotions too.
Can we ask about the person's race?
Go for it.
Is this superstar white? Is that the question? Does that narrow it down and make it better?
If the answer is no, I'm happy with that question.
Is this superstar white?
Is this superstar white? Yes. That's 5 questions.
Okay, so we've reached our first quarter.
Okay, I think because neither you or I really know too much about the other promotions, we need to ask about this person's history because maybe they were in WWE at one point. Okay, so I would start asking. Well, first we need to ask if this person was ever in WWE. Then we can start narrowing down the time frame. I think it's too soon for anyone to have been in AEW and left. And he said they're not in AEW, so we're looking at a former WWE star potentially. If the answer is no, then I'm screwed. So, has this person ever been in WWE? I think that's what we need to ask.
Yeah, go on.
Is this person a former WWE superstar?
Is this person a former WWE superstar? Yes.
Okay.
So they've been there at some point.
So
Damn.
now we need to narrow it down to errors.
So he currently wrestles right now, but he's not in AEW or WWE. Who do I know who's still doing that then?
Personally,
A white man.
I would say because for jokes, I was just gonna say, hey, this person were they in the Ruthless Aggression era? But thinking logically, if they're wrestling now, they probably weren't even around in the Ruthless Aggression. We probably could be, but more likely is we're looking at a younger person. So I think.
What's our time? Well, okay, well then, if you wanted to think more recent, then even if you're going to ask, how do you narrow? Okay. Okay, but because you said the question of are they wrestling or performing, now that's like it could still be someone who's old.
This is true. Okay, so unless you want to waste the question, not waste the question, but use a question saying.
Well, you could say,
are they a wrestler or a performer?
well, no. Well, you could.
No, because our next question. No, we did say wrestling / performing, didn't we?
Well, the question could just be that was this superstar okay? Because if you say was the superstar involved before 2008, then you know it's an old school wrestler. But then
Yeah, but I said, is this person a former WWE superstar?
yeah, but then
WWE
former
superstars.
could be like they were there 2 years ago.
Yes, but WWE superstar means wrestler. You don't call Paul Heyman a WWE superstar. You call Brock Lesnar a WWE superstar. So this person was a wrestler.
Just to clarify, that's what your mentality is for that, right?
Hmm?
So he said that we said was this person a superstar, meaning that they were in a wrestling capacity.
Oh yeah, that's what
Okay,
that's what they call it. Yeah.
Okay.
And they're
Currently
wrestling /
performing.
Okay, so
He's a white man.
So that doesn't help. So
It really does, because then it's like, okay, so we can't think of anyone of colour or anything like that who's potentially left or anything like that. Just think of the white guy,
Alright, let's look at all the eras. Obviously, it's not going to be flipping golden era, like attitude
in
era,
the 80s.
ruthless aggression era, or PG era. Is that what we?
Would that
call it?
what,
2008 onwards.
what do we call this? Well, yeah, but is that what we're calling this era now? PG era still. So a whole 12 years now technically, because that started in 2008. It's 12 years.
They still put like little eras. They put the people power era. They put the reality TV, the reality era. They put, but no one calls them that. But that's
I think what we need to do is, if we're not talking about eras like that, because you can't call it an era when you're in it. So if it's not the ruthless aggression era or the attitude era, then you just need to say between 2010 and 2020 or something like that. So I'm thinking, was this person in WWE between? I was gonna say 2010, 2020, but I think that's too wide. Maybe 2015 to 2020.
So was
the last 5 years?
was this superstar active in the last 5 years?
Yeah. What do you think? Or do you think 10 is more safer? I've already got people potentially in mind.
I don't.
No,
I
actually,
can't
no,
think of
no,
anyone.
no,
I'm
no,
trying to. I'm
no,
even
no.
trying to think of promotions, and I'm trying to think someone who was recently in or someone who was in WWE who I know is in Impact or in.
I can definitely think of. Yeah, there's a few.
Who? White guys. Just to clarify. So I'm just like, you know.
Chavo.
I mean, he was Curtis White at one point, so he was a white man, but
Kerwin White. Yeah.
that's the one, Kerwin White. He was
if
that
it's not
briefly.
white, it's not right.
Right? Like,
Jesus Christ.
I can't even think because my instant go to them would have been Morrison, but he's in WWE right now, so it's like
Scott Steiner.
he's not wrestling, is he? No, he's injured. He's injured. He just got sent to hospital.
You said.
But he's wrestling. He got sent to hospital today. Like he got sent to hospital from an Impact taping. He's wrestling, man.
Yeah, he's wrestling.
Yeah, so that technically that fits the bill so far.
Okay, so he's someone to consider.
Yeah.
Who else
He's
is
in
there?
my little pot.
To put him on the
But
side?
we need to ask that question. Let's ask about the 5 years, and then if it's not, then we can stretch it. How many questions were left?
With 15 in it.
14.
Okay.
14.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we just did one question, didn't we?
You happy with that question?
Yeah, sure.
Has this person, or did this person wrestle, or was this person a WWE superstar within the last 5 years?
Was this wrestler within the last wrestling in WWE within the last 5 years? Yes.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
That helps. That helps a lot.
Okay, so last 5 years, people who are but then in the last 5 years,
So then it wouldn't be
nothing's-
Scott Steiner, for example.
right.
So last 5
So-
years narrows it down. So let's think. 2015. Where are the Ascension right now?
Well, one of them. Sorry, I wasn't even looking. Sorry. One of them is
Nah, it was
one of them was already suspended. I think the other one was just he had to get let go because the team got let go or whatever. But who was in all the releases? Oh, do you know what? What's his name?
Think about the Nexus guys. What?
Oh no, never mind. 'Cause I was gonna say whatever. What does he go as? Like the Ty Dillinger guy? But I think he's in AEW. But then I don't know if he is right now.
He is.
Is he?
Yes.
100%.
Yes.
But what? So he's been on the shows recently.
Yeah.
Because the last
I
I
haven't
saw.
seen him in a few weeks, but he's part of the company. He's just not been on TV, but he's definitely part of the company. He had a few Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, but then I thought that like once he did that, he kind of left. Like maybe he was like a free agent thing.
That I can't say.
Because I haven't seen him since. I haven't heard of him since. So I was like maybe.
I can, but I'm not saying anything.
You can what? You
I can
confirm.
verify, yeah, but I'm not saying anything.
Okay. No, I can't say that for a fact, but yeah, good, fair question. Could be RVD.
But has he? Oh,
Yep.
actually yes, he was in
Yep.
Impact.
Yep.
So
He's
he's.
Impact. He was in the WWE within the last 5 years. I'm sure. Unless that was 2013. No. It might not have been the last 5. It might have been the last 6. But potentially RVD. Okay, we need to ask more questions and narrow it down. So maybe brands, maybe tag teams.
Why not? Because
singles.
if we're saying what, are you trying to narrow it down in WWE specifically, or just narrow it down to like outside?
I can only really right at this point. We know he's a WWE superstar within the last 5 years. That's what we
Unfortunately,
got
within the last 5 years, there have been many brand splits. Many brand when they get rid of that. So it's like
Yeah. Forget about brands. I'm talking about everything. We just need to. So I was gonna say,
You can ask
need
who was
to find
champion.
out if he was in a tag team.
we could just ask if he was like the main champion. But then,
But then we could answer that. Who's been a main champion within the last 5 years that isn't with WWE now and not AEW? We could answer that if we just
Batista.
like, yeah. No, but he doesn't wrestle right now.
he's performing.
No, he's not. For another company.
I don't know.
No,
Yeah, it's
it's
too big of a name.
No, he's done.
So not Batista. No.
I don't think it's. I don't know, but I can't think of a champion that has left and not in AEW and has wrestled in the last 5 years for WWE. So let's ask if this person was either singles or in a tag team. Well,
Then you have to be was this superstar a singles competitor? Does that help?
if we ask, was this person a tag team in a tag team?
And he says no,
And
it
the
doesn't really
answer is
help.
yes, it helps. If it doesn't, no. But then what else could we ask?
Well, we're on 7
13
questions.
questions, yeah.
So got 13 left.
Okay. So potentially could ask about the tag team. Yeah, let me think.
Yeah, you could be like, was this person involved in a tag team? Because some tag team people have been released like solo wise.
So I'm thinking the next few questions could be tag team. Did they ever hold the championship, or maybe specifically mid card championship? But let's do the tag team film first. What do you think?
Yeah, go with that one. Now we've got.
Was this person in a tag team? And before we ask that question, are we specifically asking that proper tag team? Like, was he part of the proper tag team, or are we just asking was he in a tag team? Because like,
Well, by tag team I mean like AOP, Ascension, part of a tag team.
but not Cesaro and Shinsuke, for example.
Right, no. 'Cause
So that's a proper tag.
Technically, they're a tag team. I don't know. Do you know what? I'm happy to ask that question anyway. Was this person in a tag team?
Was this person in the tag team in the WWE? Yes.
Okay.
So now you just got to look at everyone who's been in the tag team in the WWE who has left in the last few.
Bubba
No.
Ray?
Huh?
Could potentially be Bubba Ray.
But the WWE's there for the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Ooh, could be. It's a weird one, but it could be.
So maybe we asked did this person.
No, but he said he's still performing. Is Bob Ray still performing? I don't think
I
WWE's
think
that
he is,
active.
but Bully Ray is somewhere, but not either a. He's not in AEW.
Is he in Impact still though? I thought he was just doing his podcast. But okay, we'll put him back burner.
Ask him. Let's ask if this team held the team that he was in. They win the tag. They hold the tag team championships in the last 5 years.
Sure.
Did this person in his team win the tag team championships within what?
Are we doing Unified, Raw, or SmackDown, or just tag team titles overall? Does that help?
Yeah, just unless you want to specify.
Well, I mean,
I don't know how you would at this stage.
I don't because the Unified was just tag teams, and then because this was 2015, 5 years ago, and there was Unified, so Raw and SmackDown titles are relatively new.
Are you sure those are the unified ones?
Yeah, they're gold.
For the unified one were two separate.
No, the Unified one was the gold one. Remember that when they had it was the gold ones, and then all they did was they just made it blue and red with silver instead of being gold, and the New Day they are wearing gold ones. So
What
it's
did the
Unified.
Miz and Big Show have when they had like 4 titles between them? They had two
That
sets
was,
of
that was
titles.
the WWE tag belts and the World Tag Team belts. So it was like they were the Unified Tag Champions, but that was before they made it into one belt. Get it? But alright, but I'm happy for you to ask that. They were him and his partner tag team champions during his run.
Yeah, basically. Did this person, along with his partner, have the tag team championships at any point during the last 5 years at WWE?
No.
So just a tag team that.
Didn't.
So now we've got 10 questions left. But they were in WWE. They didn't have the tag belts.
Still could be Bubba Ray Dudley's didn't win any titles since they came back.
Oh, you can't even say that's a Hardy way because they were the tag champions.
Yeah, and
Matt Hardy's not currently active anywhere, so.
he is AEW. He's officially in AEW.
Well, he's officially signed and everything's been set.
Well, I saw the thing where it says Matt Hardy is AEW. I don't know if it was fan made, but I'm sure.
Well, that.
But even if he's not in AEW, he's not performing anymore, so it wouldn't be him anyway. But yeah, like you said, he won the title, so it's not for him. Bubba Ray.
So they weren't champion. I can't even think of like the tag teams that were there in recent that didn't do anything, but they're not current. Oh, wait, hold on, Luke Harper.
I don't know if he's.
I don't think he's currently like active out anywhere else, but he was in there the last thing. I don't.
Oh
think,
shit, that was it. Oh,
Yeah.
I don't think Harper and Rowan's. What? That was it.
yeah, it just ended. I didn't even realize.
Okay.
Brandon Roberts.
We've got Bubba Ray. We've
Lean
got
Randy Orton, boy. Sorry.
Bubba Ray. Any member of the Ascension. Potentially.
Were they even NXT champions? I don't think they were they?
I think they were, but I don't think that was the last 5 years. Because I know they've been on the main roster since 2015, so...
But yeah, they were in the hearing it, so yeah. Oh, actually, yeah. So,
They
yeah.
didn't win anything on the main
So
roster.
it could be any member of the Ascension.
Potentially, we don't know if they perform. I can't say that they're performing anywhere. The only one that I'm not even 100% sure about Bubba Ray now. I want to say he's still performing, but I might be wrong. Let me think, who do I know?
He was in a tag team during his run. He's not. He be like someone like Billy Gunn. Because he's still. Actually, no, he's in AEW, isn't he? No, never mind.
I don't know if he's there now.
I don't think they're in Impact. I can't remember hearing about the league in Impact. So
Yeah, but Billy Gunn wasn't in the WWE. He came back before 2015. That was when Cody was still teaming up with Goldust. So that was ages. That was like Authority days. So that would have been more than 5 years ago. Okay, we need to ask another question then. Maybe has this person held any other championship?
but then what? What in WWE?
Yeah, within the last 5 years that he was in the WWE, has he held any singles championships?
But what if it was that 24/7 title? I could not tell you who's won that belt. It's been so many people.
Okay, but if it is someone that held the 24/7 title, well, that helps us, doesn't it? Because the 24/7 title belt's only been around for how many months? That would be great if it was someone that held the 24/7 championship. But
Okay.
I don't think it is, but
You can ask that question. I mean, that brings us
in
down
fact,
to
I don't
nine.
think
I can't
anyone
lie.
that's held the 24/7 championship has left the company. I think it's all been company people. So I don't know.
Has this person won it?
But shoot questions, I mean, I'm not doing all of it.
Well, I'm just trying to kind of even just think of people, and my mind has just gone absolutely blank. It's just been how you guys felt. Damn it. Okay then. So the last 5 years, superstars who have been in WWE, someone who's not there now, was in a tag team.
But didn't win any titles.
Right.
Or any tag team titles. So yeah, I think, did this person win any singles championships during his run in the last 5 years? Because then, if the answer is yes, that narrows it down. If the answer is no, then we've just got to think of lackluster tag teams who perhaps at one point...
Oh my god. It's either it could be Big Cass or Enzo.
No, well, yeah, from the tag team point, yes, could be.
I don't think they were ever tag team champions, were they?
No, but then with my question, if the answer is yes, then Enzo definitely ticks the box.
Go on then, you ask it.
Has this person, within the last 5 years in this run at WWE, did they win any singles championships?
Did they win any singles championships? No.
So it
10
still could be
questions
Big.
left.
Still could be Big Cass.
So, do you want to ask, did their partner win any singles championships?
No, because I don't think that benefits us in a way. I mean, it does if you're just trying to narrow it down to him, but we're just putting him on the back burner. He's there. So Big Cass is still an option.
Okay.
And whatnot. I don't know that
Where's he wrestling now? Like,
it could be an impact, but I think him and Enzo are together in general. Like they popped up on
on the
Indies and Big
Indies,
Cass is
yeah.
all beef and stuff. He sent us the thing, remember?
Yeah, okay.
So Big Cass and that are still active. So we'll put, like I said, Big Cass and Enzo. We can put not Enzo because he said they weren't champions. So put Big Cass on the back burner. So he's there. But okay, so of everyone, unless you want to start narrowing it down to, can you narrow it down to brands? Can you narrow? How else do you narrow it down to? Unless you want to start doing specifics like
Maybe about hair color and stuff.
But then what if they're bald? Do we know their hair color?
But whatever it's like, you know, whether they're bald hair color, let's narrow it down to looks. Because I mean, all we got is they're a white guy. Doesn't really help. So.
Well, a white guy who was in the tag team, who didn't win any singles titles and didn't even win the tag team championships, but was in the tag team. Whether that meaning that he was like, you know, whether that mean that he like, because it could still be someone like, wait, are Bo Dallas and Flat Zach still a thing?
Yep.
They're still in WWE. Is Zack Ryder still 100% a thing? Didn't he leave?
Yep. Nope.
Okay, Mojo Rawley's still there.
Yep.
Okay.
And they've all won titles.
In the last 5 years.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Zack Ryder on the Intercontinental and Tag. Oh yeah. Oops. Ugh. Damn you, Zack Ryder.
Okay, so
Justin Gabriel. But does he count as
yes.
white? He's like South African. Does that count?
What is he gonna be?
Huh?
If he's not white, what is he?
Well, when you're South African, do you still class as white?
Oh, they probably would.
Don't you still
Not black. Yeah.
See, they don't class themselves as people of color, at least.
Hell no.
I don't know. I don't
People
know.
of color they spit on, man. They don't rate that.
What South Africans?
Yes, there's the clear divide between coloured people and white people. I don't think he's wrestling as Justin Gabriel. I think he's got another name. He was in NXT before 2000. When was this? This is like 2011. So this is more than 5 years ago.
So
I'm trying to
then,
think. Was he in a tag team?
he wasn't in
those 5 years. No.
No, but was Justin Gabriel even still about in 2015? Because that's when Bad News Barrett and King Barrett were a thing. So I don't even think he was about Justin Gabriel by that point.
He had a solo career that kind of ended up just him being on Superstars and the main event and stuff. So.
Yeah, but I don't think that he was in that time. This was bad. Is what I'm getting at. I think by 2015 he had already left.
I can't say for a fact. I'm not sure. I don't know.
Like, okay, put it like this. I don't remember him being on a 2K15 game.
Yeah.
But then even so, it's like, I'm just trying to think of the roster stuff there, and it's like, the only people that I can think of that could be prominent is, like I said, so Big Cass is there, and who's the other guy that I just said? You said Justin Gabriel, but I don't really think that he counts, and whatnot. I think I'm really heavy on Big Cass.
Then if you're that heavy on it, then ask the question, was his tag team partner, did his tag team partner hold a singles championship in the WWE for the last 5 years? Because if the answer is yes, then you've got your answer. If the answer is no, then we just move on.
Okay, so you want to waste? So I say wait. So you want to use?
I'm
So
not
we'll
bothered,
have
but
9 questions left. So
I'm
just do
not
that.
bothered. It's just because you said you're adamant on Big Cass. You could go for it. I don't mind. Not
Okay,
going for
so did this superstar's partner hold a singles championship
it. In WWE within the last 5 years.
years?
I don't think he knows.
Hold on.
Well, if he has to search, then it's clearly not thingy.
No, he's not searching. He's looking at the match.
Yeah. Did his partner actually have?
Do it.
Probably not. Did this person have a singles championship? What was the question again?
Did
Sorry?
this person's tag team partner hold a singles championship in WWE within the last 5 years?
Oh, yes.
So then it could potentially be. So then Big Cass is there. He's there.
You might as well.
Did this person
Ask,
did this person feud with Daniel Bryan in his
No, I
final?
wouldn't even do that. I would just say the star of this person's name big. Is the star of this person's name big? You could just do that. And then
No, we don't actually know it's Big Cass. We're just like, it's just that
Yeah,
because
but then
there might still be someone else whose partner was a tag team
It's up
or
to
there
you.
was a singles competitor.
Okay, fine.
Oh, you could ask if the person had a relationship on to
I'll let you choose the next question.
Why? Technically, I chose that question. Technically,
Oh my god, techniques.
Okay.
but I think it is clearly going to be Big Cass. So
Okay. How tall was he? Allegedly.
he was like 7 foot, wasn't he? So that's why it's called Big Cass.
Yeah.
He's standing at 7 foot tall.
I
Yeah,
just can't remember if Enzo said 6 foot or 7 foot.
and he's 7 foot
7 foot
tall,
tall.
and you can't Teach
Okay.
them.
Although we don't know if he's actually 7'2".
Might be like 6'11" or something like that.
Okay, so
Did
was
this part?
this superstar 6 foot tall or higher?
No, because that could be anyone. That could be anyone. 6 foot tall, anyone could be
Yeah,
anyone.
but that's the whole point of asking the. Okay, fine. Who else is okay? So yeah, all right, fine. No, you're right. For 6 foot, they're all practically 6 foot, isn't it?
Right. That could be anyone.
I don't know if he was actually 7 foot. I don't know if that was just Enzo talking. Knowing him,
well,
he'd
then
be
you-
specific.
It could be like, okay, did this person feud with Daniel Bryan in his closing moments?
Fine, go for it. Told you to ask the next question.
Okay, did this superstar feud with Daniel Bryan in his closing moments?
This was his last feud, Daniel Bryan. Literally his last feud. You got fired the next night.
Was this person feuding with Daniel Bryan in his last moments? No.
Ha! So, see?
Wow.
So then we narrowed it down to that, but then it didn't even end up being Big Cass in the first place.
Fair. How many questions we got left?
8.
Okay, still got a healthy amount of questions.
We only
Yeah.
have
Yeah. Hey.
White guy tag team didn't win any championships.
but his partner did.
Yes, and within the last 5 years. And he's white.
That's it. You have to stress
Let me
this.
just think.
Currently potentially still active.
I think you have to ask. Was this championship that his partner won the 24/7 championship?
Then does that help? Because I can't tell you he's won the 24/7 championship.
I probably could, if I think about it.
Could you know?
Yeah.
Like so off top right now, you can think of like
No, I'd think about it, but we're not on the time limit. Like, it's not been long. It's only been a few months since that title's been around. There's only been like 40 title changes. Half of them are the same people that have just won them again, and then 20% of them are like celebs. So, you know.
nice.
But then I don't. If the answer is no, then it doesn't help us. I'm just thinking. I'm thinking of teams where they're in a team and one of them is more successful and winning like the Intercontinental Champion and stuff, whatever. And if that hasn't happened, then it has to be something stupid like the 24/7 Championship. So I'm trying to think logic.
I mean, it could be the Cruiserweight Championship. It could be the North American Championship.
Okay, but look at all the.
I made it so easy now. Like flinging him into the plexiglass. Sorry.
Oh.
Yeah.
So part of a tag team, but then mind you, he's not active right now in WWE or anything like that.
Yeah,
But his
exactly.
partner won a title in the last 5 years. So just think of all
So
the
then
all
we
the
need.
champions.
Okay, maybe what we need to do, because I'm thinking Raw or SmackDown. So maybe we need to eliminate NXT. So I'll ask if this person was on NXT.
I am okay with that. It just leaves us to 7 questions though. So but I'm okay with that.
You sure?
Yeah.
I think the answer is no. So
But
it just
it-
kind of confirms what we already know, but at least it's confirmation.
They were on the main roster when they were here. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Was this person an NXT superstar in WWE within the last 5 years?
No.
So he was the main roster.
The main roster guy. So you're either looking at a team where one person in that team was way more successful, or it is just a dead team and one of them held the 24/7 championship. Like, and I'll give you an example. What are the Bollywood boys? One of them held the title, but none of them have held it. The only difference is they're not white. So you're looking at a team like that, or a team where it was 2 people together and one of them shot up to the moon and won the Intercontinental Championship or something like that.
But then, even when you kind of think of the champions in the last few years, who could we think of that has done that? Because like
5 years, 2015.
because like
And they're not on the roster now.
right, that's what I'm getting at. So I'm like trying to think like who was with someone and that other person. Oh, should we ask it to tag partner?
Did
is still
anyone in the
WWE?
Ascension win the 24/7 championship?
I think he did.
I don't know. I haven't seen them. I probably haven't seen
One
them
person
since-
was still there, so the big guy is the one that had he left first. The small
No,
guy.
they both got released together. I remember that.
No, because I think they both got released together, but the big guy was the one that was injured, and then the little guy was the one that was still on camera. So I don't know. I can't remember their names though. I know it's Victor and Connor, but I can't remember who's who.
Okay.
But I just remember the little one you'd see on TV every now and again. The big guy was. Oh, maybe it's the other way around. The big guy was the one you saw on TV.
I don't know. Okay. Okay, so that's potential too.
I can't even think of any other like teams
Tag teams.
in the last 5 years. Someone's won something.
Yeah,
Or
Rhino
the
and
par-
Heath won the title, so it's not them.
and they won it together. And then it's like thinking of the tag teams on SmackDown or on Raw. It's like I can't even be like, oh, Tyler Breeze or Fandango because they're both on NXT right now.
And they're both part of WWE still.
You're right.
So maybe we need to narrow it down to Raw or SmackDown. Oh no, not even that. We need to narrow it down to, because we've got 5 years. We need to narrow it down to a time frame. So maybe we need to just do years like 2015 to 2020. So maybe, was this person? Okay, was this person?
Well, if you take out 2015 from the equation because that's the only anomaly year, whereas 2016 onwards, that's just basically the brand split has happened by that point. So then now it could be that thing where.
Yeah, but again,
So that's where now you can kind of think more SmackDown, more Raw, and then think
not
who
really,
was about.
because between 2016 and 20, it changed so many times. There was some people like
General manager shit.
you were on SmackDown in 2016, you were on Raw in 2017. So I don't think we need to focus on brands. We need to focus on the time frame. So I was gonna say we know it's within the last 5 years. Let's try and narrow it down. Let's ask, was this person in the WWE last year or within the last 2 years or something like that? Because if the answer is no, then we know to look on the other side. If the answer is yes, then we know it's someone that's departed very recently, which helps us as well. So
Okay, so yeah, the last 2 years. Okay, that leaves us with 7 questions? 6 questions?
6, I think.
Yep.
6
And,
questions.
it
So
doesn't have
that
to
will
be-
leave us with 6 questions.
Yeah.
Or leave us with 5.
Leave us with 6. It doesn't have to be 2 years. That was just me as an example. It could be 3, but I'm
I would
happy to
say-
say 2.
Yeah, say 2.
So we're looking at 2018, 2019, essentially.
Yeah.
So was this person in the WWE within the last 2 years?
It's funny. Was the
Where's this person in the
was this
WWE?
person in the last 2 years? No.
So
Okay.
it's 2015 to 2017.
Essentially.
So it's only that 2 year span then. So someone who could it have been?
So for example, it can't be the Ascension, for example. See how it narrows it down? Like, it can't be the Ascension, it can't be Enzo and Cass. It's a team where one of them at least was white and his partner was very successful.
But I can't think of any. I can't even think of any mixed tag
Or
teams.
just won the 24/7 championship.
Mm.
5 more.
I,
5 more.
I'm
I thought you said it leaves us with 6.
No, I thought you meant as soon as you answered the question.
He asked you that. Like,
Yeah, I know, but I got confused. No, seriously, honest to God, I thought you meant like.
give us a question for that, man.
No, seriously, honestly.
trying to finesse the
I did this. I thought you saw me and you
No,
were
I
like,
said
You
someone.
probably
I
stopped
said
you and
so-
repeated it.
I said it was that leaves us with 6 questions.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, but sorry. What,
Yeah, so
what
then now, so I'm saying that the next question that we ask, then we're left with 5.
Oh no, I meant the other way around. But it's something you want
No,
to take.
it's
Want to take it?
fine.
Fine, take.
No,
No,
it's
we'll-
fine. We'll have our
it's fine,
5
it's
minutes. It's cool. It's
I
cool.
told him, honest to
It's
God,
cool.
I'm not trying to screw you guys over, but you know what? Actually, no, it's my game show. It's fine. Give it.
Whoa,
Give it
okay.
It's not 22 questions.
I think we need to find out what championship that partner held.
But then how do you find that out?
We choose a championship and ask. So I'm thinking either 24/7 or Intercontinental, just for the fun of it. But that's just me.
Yeah,
This
because
is
I
just-
can't think of any big guys who were in a tag team who went and won the Universal or Universal.
Yeah,
or
it's not one of the
heavyweight
main ones.
and then left. Because the only person that did that and left within the last 5 years was Ambrose. But then he is currently the AEW champion. Do you see what I mean?
And
So-
they won the tag team championships as well. So yeah, but good shout.
he's currently active elsewhere.
Okay, what championship do you want to go for?
You can do 24/7 because that helps. Because if it's intercontinental, if it's
No, it can't be the 24/7 championship. He wasn't in the WWE within the last 2 years. So it's
Yes.
got to be. See, I knew you
It's got to be the US.
in the
or-
Continental US. Like you said, I can't think of someone who's won the big one and
left, or someone whose partner has won a big one, and then the partner of the tag team has left. Get it? So it's the partner who was a champion. That's the key word. The partner was the champion, not this guy. The partner.
Well, thinking of all the main champions, just to narrow it down, thinking of all the main champions, so Universal, and was Universal even a thing 5 years ago?
It came in 2016. No,
Universal title is very easy to go through. Finn, Kevin Owens, Goldberg,
Brock Lesnar.
Lesnar, Seth Rollins, and then Lesnar again.
No, Reigns was the Universal Champion at one point.
Reigns
wasn't
at one point, but we've mentioned like 99% of them already. Like, and none of them have even left the company.
he? Right, that's
So,
Universal.
okay.
So then, even with WWE, thinking of it, so basically it went from Bray Wyatt to Randy Orton to Jinder Mahal to AJ Styles
Styles.
to John Cena. No, did AJ Styles? No,
Yeah,
John Cena beat
yeah,
AJ Styles. No, was it Dean Ambrose? No, AJ Styles beat
AJ Styles beat Ambrose.
but that was before Bray Wyatt beat Cena. So when AJ Styles beat
Either way, I don't. It's no
Daniel Bryan beat
yeah.
him.
It's
and-
no one that's like, yeah.
So it's not a big
mid-card
title.
title.
So
So let's just ask: did the championship? Did that person that his partner won? Sorry, did his partner win the Intercontinental Championship?
then that would mean that if they said no, then that means that the partner could only have won the US title.
Yes, because they weren't in NXT.
But then it's like, then can you think of the unit? Just think like that. Like, let's just eliminate the Intercontinental title before we even ask. Because we've only got 4 questions left because someone made us lose a question.
Oh my
So-
god!
Well, I get what you're getting at, but remember the time period is very small. 2000 and
15 to 17, but then if you can kind of remember who was the United States champions in
we'll
those
get to
periods.
that. Yeah, we'll have to narrow it down. That's the whole point. So don't worry about about how we go. Let's get to that, and then we can narrow it down and say, boom, it's US
We
champion.
literally just do that now, so then we still save our questions. Because think of the US one,
Yeah.
and it's like, what person do you know who won the US belt, who was in a tag team, who was white, or whatever? Because like, the only person I could think of who was in a tag team who won the US belt was Kalisto, but then he wasn't a part of someone who was white, because who was
Yeah.
not white.
Miz, but that wasn't within the 5 years.
But then also he wasn't in a tag team that like, so
But you
it
know
can't
what?
be, can't be John Morrison, because John Morrison's
No,
here.
but we don't have the time frame doesn't apply to the partner. Partner could have won that championship in the 90s. Like, do you know what I mean? Because the time frame is about the person we're trying to find out.
The person was there within the last 2 years. The person was there within the last 2 years, but his partner in this tag
Could be,
team has won the belt.
Yeah.
So, but then what tag team has been there from ages that the partner's come back and was there in the last 2 years?
Well, not the last 2 years.
But the person is currently not active in WWE. So again, so the person was there in the last 2 years.
Not last 2 years.
Huh?
2000.
Sorry, yeah, the person was there between 2015 and 2017. So think of it as what person was back in WWE at that point where his partner, or a tag team that came back at that point, but his partner
Was
was.
Curtis Axel teamed up with anyone else?
No, he just Bo Dallas.
No, he teamed up with.
Cesaro, briefly.
No, he never did. He teamed up with the Nexus guy, David Otunga, and one of the maybe Bray Wyatt when he was in the Nexus. He teamed up with Nexus guys
But then
as a solid team. No, Justin Gabriel is who he teamed up with.
Yeah, but then Curtis
Michael
Axel was the champion. Oh, Michael, yeah, but he was the champion. He was Intercontinental champion as well. Curtis Axel.
Yeah,
So-
but don't worry because as a team they won the titles. This person didn't win the titles.
Justin Gabriel won the title, yeah, so it can't be him.
Okay,
But I'm still like, kind of like,
I'm here for the title narrowing down, but I'm happy to take time and think.
because the only other person can be like, I'm pretty sure Wade Barrett was some kind of a champion. Oh, do you know what? No. Oh no,
Barrett wasn't in a team.
Evan Bourne.
Evan Bourne won the titles with Kofi.
But then did he win it in the period?
After all that.
Oh no, but they said yeah. We said he wasn't a champion at all, didn't it? We said that our guy wasn't a champion at all, but his partner was. And no, his partner was a champion, but this guy in his run or whatever, in when he was there, he wasn't a champion.
Did we ask them? Can you confirm?
What?
Did we ask if our superstar had been a champion at all?
If
We
you're
did. We asked if our guy had been had won a championship during his time, and he said no.
I thought it
Yeah.
was tag team championships. Did we ask if they just won any championships? I don't.
You said tag team championships.
Yeah.
He said no, and we said, did his partner hold any championships? And he said yes.
Yeah.
So that would mean that if this guy was not the tag team champion, that would mean that he hasn't. This particular superstar hasn't won any titles, but his partner has.
Yeah, but Evan Bourne did win the championship.
Yeah, that's it can't be him then. I was like, oh, because he was in the idea, but then it's like, okay, but it can't be him. Alex Riley, was he in the tag team? Because he wasn't actually champion, or was he?
He wasn't in the team.
He was in the Miz.
Nah, that wasn't a team. We clarified that we mean tag teams. That was like he was managing them as like they weren't a team. Maybe we take a shot and just say, have we mentioned this guy's name already? I think the answer is no, but maybe we just need to start asking, is this person in TNA?
It hasn't currently an impact. You know, because then if he says no, then that means this person could be in New Japan or any of the other things, and I don't really
A
know.
white guy in New Japan would definitely stand out.
Well, no, because Ospreay's there. Is that his name, Ospreay? But
Yeah.
he's not going to be Ospreay because Ospreay hasn't been in WWE now 5 years, so. I mean, New Japan has a few. They still have that guy who comes out rather than says Bullet Club. His things is the Villain Club, and he has the umbrella. He's white.
Was he in WWE?
No, that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. Like New Japan has white wrestlers.
Okay.
Impact has some, but I can't think of any that have been there in the last 5 years or had some kind of thing going on in 2015 to 2017.
Right, so we either gonna find out what title his tag team partner held, or we're gonna find out what promotion this person is in. Which way do you wanna go for this next question? That's the only things I can think of, unless you can think of something else. Maybe you wanna stick with looks, the hairstyle, and all that stuff, but I don't know.
You can ask. We can go with what the current. So we said the person is currently active, just not in WWE or AEW.
Yeah.
And you want to just assume that if we say, because if he says that he's not active in Impact, then that pretty much just shoots us in the foot.
It shoots me in the foot anyway. I don't really know who's in Impact.
So I'm just here like, oh my god, who's in Impact? And I can't even think like off the top of my head, like, come
That's
on.
why I'm
like,
focusing on their time in WWE.
is TJP white?
Yeah, but he's not active. You said TJP, but I was thinking Tyson Kidd. TJP.
Well, Tyson Kidd is a producer,
He's
so
Filipino. I don't know if you class that as white or not. But
No,
I don't know
I'd
what
say
he's
Asian.
doing right now.
Hmm?
I don't know what he's doing right now.
well, TJP he's in Impact.
Okay, but he wasn't in the team. Definitely wasn't in the team. Unless he was in the team in 205. I didn't watch 205 live.
Well, when Enzo was there, they were all doing this thing where there was like a whole faction of things going on or something like that. Like Enzo had a little faction. If that counts as anything. If that was even...
He don't even know that. He doesn't even watch 205. But, yeah, look, this person is in a solid team. Their partner went on to win, or at some point, whether before the team or after the team, has won a championship. It's not the 24/7 championship because it was before that title came.
Pissed.
It's not on. They're not on NXT. We've together determined that it can't be one of the big titles, so it's got to be the Intercontinental Championship or the US Championship.
That the partner has won.
Yes.
But then also you got to remember this person is currently not active. So we've just got to think of someone who was
So we
there
need
as
to
a tag
ask.
team.
We need to ask: we need to ask about the partner. We need to ask if the partner's still there, or stuff like that. We need to focus on the WWE time, because if it's TNA or whatever, I'm not gonna know shit. So that's the only thing I can go by. So we either ask about that partner and their titles, or we ask about the look, or we ask about the actual superstar that we're trying to find out in their promotions.
I would say go for the title, the person, the title that the partner won.
Okay.
So did this
You wanna go for Intercontinental? You wanna go for Intercontinental? Which do you have more memory of within the last 5 years? Well, not even 5 years.
2015. What WrestleMania was that? Was that this year?
No, this was ages ago.
Okay, so what WrestleMania are we at now? 36, right? So 5 years ago would be 31. So Intercontinental Champion at that point was... Huh?
Barrett.
At WrestleMania 31.
I want to say so. Wasn't
No,
it-
WrestleMania 31. That was when Daniel Bryan won it, the leather match.
Yeah, Barrett went into the ladder match with the title, and then Daniel Bryan won it. It was still daylight. I remember that.
Right, so Daniel Bryan has won it and whatnot, but then I'm just thinking of the champion. So Daniel Bryan had won it. Daniel Bryan relinquished it because he had got injured. and whatnot on the UK tour. He got injured, so he had to relinquish it. Who won it from Daniel Bryan or whatever? Who got it next? I want to say it was like a big star because they tried to do that to kind of make them.
So, for example, if Kane had left WWE and wrestled somewhere else, he would fit the bill. Because he hasn't won any tag titles in the last 5 years. Daniel is his partner. So, someone like that. So, someone whose partner has gone on to win something. But then, like I said, we don't have a time frame on the partner. The partner could have won the title 10 years ago.
I mean, it could still be Kane.
No, because Kane.
It's gotta be Kane.
Kane's not in the WWE now. He's still signed to the WWE. Furthermore, he's not wrestling or performing anywhere else.
True. Okay. So, okay then.
So go back to the time frame that we were looking at the Intercontinental Championship.
Then so it's just that little brief period of who won it after.
So we got Barrett, Daniel Bryan, Ryback.
No, Ryback. What was he? Okay,
Yeah,
so that Elimination Chamber.
Daniel relinquished it.
But then was that when Ryback won it though?
Yes, Daniel awarded him the title. Daniel was the champion, but he had concussions. So they had an Elimination Chamber to determine who would be the new champion. Ryback won. Daniel awarded him the title. So it was Ryback. Elimination Chamber is usually around Christmas, so we're coming up to the end of the year. So it's like 2016 going into it now. I couldn't tell you who beat Ryback for the Intercontinental Championship.
I'm gonna say was it? I was gonna say Mark Henry, but that was at WrestleMania, wasn't it?
No, yeah, well, he didn't beat him for the title.
The title was still white, so I did this John Morrison doing a little stunt here. Let go.
I can't. What is up with the pause?
Yeah, it's a big move, man. It goes
Like
wrong,
when
you're
Cody, you see when Cody flipping did the moonsault, that was instant.
because he does not care. Okay, so Stardust held the title at one point, didn't he? Was it? No, he was going after it, but he never won.
But it can't be. Then it can't be
Yeah,
Cody
it can't.
Rhodes,
I know. I'm just thinking of. I'm just going through the title rings.
right?
I'm just stuck on who won it after Ryback. It's like you said, it was still the white title.
So that means that it was after Cody Rhodes had turned into the white title. But I can't think of who beat Ryback.
Yeah.
See, this is the thing. It's like I can't stand the mid card belts. You forget who holds them. They're meant to be like.
It's cool. We'll get this. We just need to.
But that's if
Not
we, that's
rush.
if we want to. That's if we want to.
Yeah, we're gonna do the same thing with the US title. We have to. That's the only two choices.
Then who was even US champion at that point?
US title 2015.
So that was that was WrestleMania 31, and whatnot.
US title was not on WrestleMania for a few years in a row. It was just like I think the champion was doing something else.
The Andre Giant Battle Royal probably.
Yeah.
Which
Oh.
doesn't help us at all.
Dean Ambrose that was Shield days. No, he won the US title again when he was gimmicky Dean Ambrose.
Okay. So you know what? Just ask about. I think we should ask. I think we should ask about this superstar more. So we stop focusing on a partner. Think of the superstar. So we know the superstar unfortunately isn't Big Cass.
He's not to focus on the partner. On the
How many
person.
questions is it?
We've got four left.
Four.
You finessed us
Okay,
out of
four.
questions.
Oh,
So,
nigga.
so 4 questions left. We need to think of this superstar and who it could potentially. Oh, okay, Morrison. Okay, so this person is not currently active.
The reason why we're not focusing on the partners, because the reason why we're not focusing on the person, because we haven't got anything else to go by. We know they weren't a champion in the last 5 years. We know they weren't in the WWE within the last 2 years, and in the 2 years before that, they were in a team that didn't win anything. Only thing we know is his partner won a singles championship, which is more of a clue on that side than the actual person. So I can't think of any other question to ask other than.
So what the hell have we been asking? We've only got 4 questions left.
Alright, screw it. What I'm asking you first, but was this person's tag team partner a former Intercontinental champion? But then I think we need to add within the last 5 years to that question. Because if he says yes and they won it in the Attitude Era, we're stuck.
Okay, I can respect that. But even if he says no, then it means that the person could have still been the United States champion. Oh, that would mean that his partner's been the United States champion within the last 5 years.
Excuse me. Don't look into that. I was just but
No, it could mean that it was a European champion or something.
Not in the last 5 years.
No, but the time frame doesn't apply to the partner. The partner could be from anyone. Like, the time frame does not apply to the partner.
Well, no, yeah, it is because that's what you're asking him. The partner, you're saying, did the partner win the
Intercontinental champion within the last 5 years? He says the answer is no.
So then that would mean
That
that,
doesn't
within
mean-
the last 5 years that he was the United States champion.
No, that doesn't. That literally doesn't mean that. If I say to him, did his partner win the Intercontinental in the last 5 years, and he says no, that means that his partner could have won the European champion 20 years ago. It doesn't automatically mean, oh, it's the US title. So, if you want to narrow it down to that, then we need to ask it in a different way. We need to say,
But you could say either was his partner either the Intercontinental or United States Championship within the last 5 years.
yeah, but then we're not in any other position than we are already.
Well, if he says no, then that would mean that you're just looking at. That would mean that the partner could have been a champion before that. So then now you just know that he's thinking of Attitude Era or Ruthless Aggression Era for the partner. But this particular person had no accolades to his name within the time span of him being there. So he was not a champion or anything like that. But his partner has done all of that.
all of that.
You know?
Yeah. I don't know. I think the likeliness is we're going to ask that question, get that answer potentially, and not be in any better position. But if you're on it, fine. Because at least then we can ask follow-up questions. But remember, we only got like 3 questions left after that.
Right. So what is this?
If right now he was able to help us narrow it down to his...
Wait, don't we get one clue? I swear we get one clue. I had to give you guys a clue.
What I'm saying is...
That was out of goodwill. Remember, you got to ask Alexa. That's what you
What
had.
I'm saying, if he turns around now and confirms that this person's partner was a former US champion or Intercontinental champion in the last 5 years, how much does that help us? Are we able? Does that help us knowing that okay, this is a person who's not in the WWE now, doesn't have a singles title in the last 5 years, was in a dead tag team, but his partner within the last 5 years
Has been either champion. That would just mean that okay, so you just think of the people who
So
have
maybe
been,
we should think of the people that have done that. That's what we've been trying to do. Think
yeah,
of the
people who
who've
have
done
been those kind of champions in the last few years. But then it's just like I can't think of anyone who has been like the.
that. Did you order it?
Yeah.
I can't think of anyone who has been the Intercontinental or the US champion, but has been that, and their partner kind of was just a deadbeat, like in their tag team and whatnot. Like this person like flourished.
Yeah.
I can't think of anyone like
There's
that.
some tag team that was like a tag team for like 2 weeks. Isn't it?
Well, no, because he said the tag team was being an actual tag team, so that would mean that it was like an AOP or something. So it was an actual tag team when they were in WWE and whatnot, but the partner has done something, or at least the partner has accolades.
Who left 2 years ago?
Where the partner has accolades, but this person doesn't. I did say to
Maybe you ask if the partner's still there now.
Hmm?
Maybe you ask if the partner is still there now.
But then does that really help us? Because I can't think of someone who is currently there who was in a tag team but their partner left.
We should be able to. If we think.
But that's just it. Like I'm thinking on the main roster, like who has left within the last 2 years, who was in a tag team, but the partner has won titles and done stuff, but this person hasn't.
Okay, who has left?
The only person like that is John Morrison, but he's currently there.
Who has left in the last 2 years?
Ty Dillinger. But then
You know
he's
what?
currently in AEW.
We need to find out if Ryback's wrestling, because if Ryback's
But here, what tag team was he in?
Curtis Axel.
And
Ryback's.
Ryback. Oh yeah, Ryback. So
And Curtis won the Intercontinental Championship, and we never asked if the person. won
he
the
said that
singles
you said that Ryback was done.
That's what I think, but I don't. I'm pretty sure he's done because he said the last interview I watched by him, he said that he's not been wrestling.
I haven't read anywhere that he's like returned to the ring.
Yeah.
The only person I knew that had returned to the ring, but then they returned to the tag team was Enzo and Cass.
But for example, if Ryback was wrestling in Impact right now, he would fit the bill.
Right, yeah.
So, can we think of anyone else that is like a Ryback?
That's just it. Like, no. I can't think of anyone like Ryback who was in a tag team who's white. Who, like, did all of that. Like, it just, I can't.
And make sure it's recording.
Like, genuinely, like, I'm here, like, thinking, like,
Okay, Ryback can't be Bobby Ray because D-Von didn't do anything. Ascension can't be the Ascension.
no, because the partner didn't do anything.
Yeah. We can definitely get this if we try.
I mean, so we haven't actually asked, so we still got four questions left. So, I mean,
Drew team up with anyone else other than Cody Rhodes?
who?
Drew McIntyre, has he?
But he hasn't won any titles in the last 5 years. And he's still currently in WWE, so,
But we never asked about
the partner.
winning the titles in the last 5 years.
What, the guy, you mean? Or the guy who we're on about, or the guy, the partner?
I'm asking, has Drew teamed up with anybody else other than Cody Rhodes or 3MB?
No. I believe Drew McIntyre has always been a solo act. As far as I'm aware.
Because he was in a team with Cody Rhodes and he was in 3MB.
The only other team could be, what's it called? I mean, this person really is Tyson Kidd.
Well,
But technically, he's not. I mean, fair enough, he's a
Tyson Kidd's
producer,
still signed to WWE. He's like a, what do you call it?
but then he fits the bill.
If he was wrestling in Impact.
But then how do we know this person's wrestling in Impact? We didn't actually ask
If
that.
he was wrestling anywhere, if he was wrestling period in another promotion, I'm just saying it back as an example, but it's not Tyson Kidd. Tyson Kidd's retired.
Oh yeah, he is actually, yeah. It's not Del Rio, because he wasn't in a tag team. Was he in a tag team? But then no, this guy's white, so...
Yes, but if Del Rio had a white partner who's left WWE,
But he doesn't, that's yeah, I'm thinking. He doesn't. Oh, come on, man. This is not... What? Okay, so we're gonna have to just ask an obvious question, or we're gonna have to ask something that just like... We're gonna have to ask, is this person currently in Impact? Or something like that. And see, I want to do that, but then I feel like in doing that, if he says no, then it doesn't help us.
I think we still need to ask that title question because we're.
So was the person's partner? Did
this person's partner win the Intercontinental Championship within the
or
last 5 years?
or United States Championship within the last 5
No,
years?
because that keeps us in the same position.
Well, no, because if you just say Intercontinental and then he says yes,
Yeah.
then it just means that like
Okay,
You-
fine, go for it. Did this you happy with that? Or do you want to ask
but
Impact?
then no, because if he says yes to Intercontinental and US, then it
we're
just
in the same
means
position. That's-
no. Then it means that you just got to like really focus on who. Then you know for sure it's that. If he says no, then it doesn't help us.
Yeah, so if he says yes,
But he's laughing about it, so I'm assuming that it's probably a dead question.
bro, we're just longing this out, bro. Like, we can either ask that or we can ask what you said about Impact.
You should ask about
We've
Impact.
got
Like
4 questions left.
yeah.
Okay, so screw it. Those are the next 2 questions, and then we can decide the last 2.
There were 2 that are gonna make us lose. Yeah.
Unless you got a better idea.
Okay, because we keep focusing on the partner, but not about this particular guy.
No, the Impact question's about the guy, isn't it?
Yeah, but then in terms of like what we think of, we know about this guy in WWE, we're only asking about his partner. We haven't actually asked anything about him in WWE. I mean, I can't even be like, oh, does it help to ask what particular show he was on? Was he more on Raw or SmackDown? Was he a main event guy? Does that help?
If you
Oh my god, think of the main event guys. Who are the main
can
event
get
guys?
something out of that, then yeah.
Oh, if he gets what?
If you can get something out of that, then yeah.
But then even in 2015, Superstars was still a thing, so...
Like again, Curtis Axel. If Curtis Axel was in Ring of Honor right now, perfect fit. It's got to be someone like that.
But then I think he said that he's still in WWE, right? Also signed to WWE.
Yeah, it's just an example. Just Curtis Axel's still there.
The only other person that fits the bill for me like that
Sorry,
is...
not Curtis Axel. I was saying Curtis Axel, and I was thinking of Kurt Hawkins.
Oh, but Kurt Hawkins is still...
Kurt Hawkins is still there, but if Kurt Hawkins was in Ring of Honor right now, he would fit the bill.
Did Bo Dallas leave?
Bo Dallas is still there. Bo Dallas never won. Yeah, Bo Dallas is still there. And his partner was Curtis Axel, who's also still there.
I just... Come on. It should not be this hard. Like, this is it. Like, oh my goodness. Okay. No.
We don't get an Alexa thing, do we?
You get an Ask Alexa, but then I don't know what she would do for... Unless you want to literally just ask her, like,
Tell us
what
the list of the
WWE... Tell us the list of WWE personnel currently working for TNA, like, you know.
She would just shut off.
Like, I don't understand that, or something like that.
Oh god.
But yeah, just okay.
I was gonna say Goldust, but
He's in AEW.
he would be a perfect fit because R-Truth has won. Sure, he's won titles in the last 5 years.
He's been
Well, the last
24/7.
2, no, not even including the last 2 years, but even before that, I'm sure he was the Intercontinental Champion or US Champion.
oh yeah. And see, for me, it's so Ty Dillinger, but I don't think he was part of a tag team. Plus, he's still active. But he's just one that kind of just sticks out to me. But also, Big Cass stuck out to me. But then he's like made a thing where he was like, it could still be Big Cass. Maybe he just didn't ask that question correctly.
Didn't you ask something clearly that ruled out because I'm sure you did. What did you say?
Oh my god, what did I say?
You definitely said something that we were like, it can't be him.
Oh, he was asking about if his partner.
Partner won.
A title.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
lost.
something irrelevant, and I was just like, yeah, it was not. Because
was
obviously,
was his title a champ? Was his champ?
it couldn't be that because I said yes to that, so it couldn't be. You said it alongside, but you effectively. I'll help you on that. You effectively ruled him out because he couldn't be there. Because he was very sure, and I said no, and he was like, no, that's not him.
It's fine, don't worry about that.
Oh, unless it's just genuine. No, unless it just genuinely was Enzo, but then Cass didn't do anything prior to them, so. And nothing prior
They
to
were in
them.
NXT anyway. This person hadn't been on NXT.
Main roster, a white person who was in a tag team, but he didn't do shit.
What's that team that Nikki Cross was a part of?
Oh my god, yes, Sanity.
But none of them have done. Okay, so no, I was gonna say Eric or whatever his name is won 24/7 championship, I think. But even then, that's within the last 2 years.
That's the partner. He said, did we say the partner? No, he said the partner didn't win the title in the last 5 years.
No, you're right. The partner doesn't have a time frame. So has anybody teamed with what's his name? Eric.
Young.
Has anybody teamed with no? Has anybody teamed with Eric Young, who is white and now not wrestling for WWE or AEW?
Do you know what? EC3?
EC3 is in WWE. He's got a concussion.
No, he leave. I thought he walked out. That was his whole thing, wasn't it?
No, he's on Wikipedia listed as a Raw superstar. Just.
Oh my god. But
I'm thinking of the Sanity members. Killian Dane is still in NXT.
Alexander
One of
Wolf.
them completely left the WWE. I know that.
Alexander Wolf.
No, he's in NXT UK. The other guy, what's that guy who's like rated 55 on 2K? He was in Sanity for like 2 minutes. What's his name? Oh, you can't tell us.
Is that the guy he's on about?
I don't know because I don't know what Sanity did in it. But I can't even be Sanity because this guy was on an NXT.
True, yeah.
Flip.
But then think of any other tag teams that were on the main roster at the time. Because Sanity was still a thing. They just weren't on the main roster at the time. But I'm trying to think of the tag teams at the time, and I can't think of.
I think we need to go for the title question and the Impact question.
Okay,
Well, I'm
but
not bothered about the Impact
But then
question.
how are you wording the title one? Are you just specifically asking about the Intercontinental title, or are we asking
I'm
about both?
happy to go with what you prefer. If you want to go for both, let's do both.
But then no, which one benefits us? Think about this. Which one
I
benefits
think
us?
if we narrow one down, then we can go through the title. But if you think it's better to have both, then I see your point as well, because that just knows that it's one of those two, and we're gonna add within the last 5 years to the end of the question as well. So
I'm thinking like if no, I'm thinking because if he says no, then we're no better off, and then that means we literally
That's
have to
the
go to
risk.
Impact.
That's the whole.
Okay, then okay.
Okay,
So,
okay. And if we don't, then what? What can we ask?
well, you're gonna have to do the Impact question, isn't it? Like, is this guy currently on the Impact
Okay.
roster?
Either answer to that question, honestly, to me,
It's
doesn't
not- yeah,
benefit me.
it
If
doesn't
it does
benefit
you,
me either.
go for it.
Well, okay, so we'll do the title one first, right? So that leaves us with 3 questions. So,
Okay, was this person?
was this person's partner?
Was this person's tag team partner? No, sorry. Did this person's tag team partner hold either the Intercontinental Championship or US Championship within the last 5 years in WWE?
You're going with that one. Okay. Yes.
Okay, so technically, this guy is so
We're
partner.
literally in the same position.
No, because that means that the partner is like, so just think of all the Intercontinental Champions and
Which is what we were doing.
US champions who are like,
Shit.
who are, okay then,
So now we need to narrow it down. IC or US, I think.
huh?
I think we need to narrow it down. I don't know.
A white guy whose partner was.
Alright,
an
you focus on the
Intercontinental
US Championship. I'm gonna focus on the Intercontinental Championship.
Why do I get the US one? That's hard.
Okay, right back.
List of United States champions.
See if anybody teamed. Like, do you remember if anyone teamed up with Cena, who is now wrestling somewhere else?
But then no, Cena wasn't ever like a tag team official superstar. Yeah, that makes sense. Cena's always been singles.
Yeah.
I think we kind of made it very clear that when we said tag team,
Tag team. Yeah.
they were tag team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, so it's just tag team wrestlers where one person has done more than the other.
Okay, no one really is teamed up with Ambrose like that. No one's teamed up with. Well, the only person who teamed up with Ryback is Curtis Axel. It could be Ryback if Ryback's wrestling, but I don't think he is. But if he's done something in the last few months, I don't know.
Well, unless
so
you
maybe
want
that's
to.
your Alexa, but
Oh, okay.
I-
Did we get
I
that?
don't-
Did we
I
get
don't
Oscar
think-
Lesnar? I mean, because it does.
but I don't think he's wrestling.
What's his official name, or is it Ryback?
It's still. I think he changed his actual birth name to Ryback. Like he.
Yeah.
But it's not Ryback, man. Ryback's not wrestling.
Do we know that for sure? So you can ask Alexa it.
99.9%. He did an interview very recently and said that he's not wrestling. So if
Do
he's
you know how many
wrestling-
people have said that they're not wrestling and they're still wrestling?
Okay, so
That could be your ask. Alexa, is Ryback still an active wrestler?
I don't think Alexa would. I think you just get a bunch of results. I don't think Alexa would. I don't think that's a clear question for Alexa. I don't think Alexa knows that, but it's up to you.
And if she says she doesn't know that, that's your lifeline
Yeah.
blown. So just let me know.
Let's just keep going through it. So Intercontinental Champions, I've already said who they are. Which teams have Daniel Bryan been in? Kane.
No, but then Team Hell No, do they count as an actual tag team?
No, that's what
Oh.
I'm ruling it out. Carry on. Kane. No, who else has Daniel teamed up with? If anybody.
Wait, are you saying Daniel? Oh, so you're using Daniel Bryan as because he was champion?
Yeah, I'm just going through people. So Daniel Bryan, I don't think he's been in a proper team with anyone else in the last 5 years that I can think of.
No.
Okay.
They're just Kane. Dean Ambrose, no other proper tag
No.
teams, and then you can't use Daniel Ambrose to set Seth Rollins because they're both active right now.
Wait. Seth Rollins, he won the titles with some. No, but this team didn't win the tag team. I was gonna say Jason Jordan, but he's not white anyway. But they didn't. They weren't a team that didn't win the championship. They did win the championship, so it can't be him. He's like Rhino.
Chad Gable? No, he's still wrestling,
Is it
isn't he?
Rhino?
Sure,
wrestling?
EG, sorry.
No, Heath Slater didn't win titles between 2015 and 2017. Singles titles.
No,
Okay.
they both won tag team battle titles in between then.
Okay. Let's keep going.
Someone in
it's,
a tag
it's not a big window, bro. It's not a big window.
Big window or big window?
No, I'm saying it's not a big window of time, so we should be able to do this.
Intercontinental or US champion. So where okay, which so Intercontinental was on SmackDown, US was on Raw.
They flipped a few times.
They constantly kept flipping it. I remember that, but then it's like, I'm still trying to think of who won those belts that was in a tag team. This is just my thing. Like, who won those belts? Like, I remember Jinder Mahal won. I remember that the Hardy Boys won. Jeff Hardy won.
Elias won it at one point, didn't he?
Or the US or Intercontinental.
I might be making up. I don't think he won.
I know that Dolph Ziggler has been the Intercontinental.
So yeah, let's go for Ziggler's partners.
Ben Ziggler's not the. I don't really class him as a tag team wrestler, innit? Not Bobby Roode, but even though he is technically a part of a tag team, but not Bobby Roode. But he's still active. No, he's still active. That's the
But
thing.
this person hasn't been on NXT. Roots was on NXT.
So a person who was on the active roster who didn't do shit, but his partner has been a champion within the last 5 years. So even think about this now. So Braun Strowman is champion right now, right? The Shinsuke was champion before him. Shinsuke won it off of Finn Balor, who won it off of Bobby Lashley, who won it off of Dean Ambrose.
Dean Ambrose won it off of. Nothing's the other way around. I think Dean won it from Lashley.
No, because Lashley was the one who defended it against Finn Balor at WrestleMania.
Yeah, but then Lashley took it into a triple threat match with Finn and Dean. I think.
No, I think Dean took it into that triple threat.
Okay.
But then I can't remember who Dean Ambrose beat. But this is only me just talking about the Intercontinental Championship though.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do this.
So, okay, you figure out who Dean beat. Let me see it as, okay, then, so who's United States champion right now? Andrade. Andrade beat
Did Dean beat Seth for the title?
Intercontinental title.
Yeah. They beat for the.
No,
Did they
but
have like a TLC or a ladder match or something that sucked? And Dean, yeah, they had a ladder match, but it wasn't received well. Okay, so Seth, and remember, yeah, because Seth was making the Intercontinental Championship great. So Seth had the IC title. Who did Seth beat? The
Ziggler.
Miz.
Oh.
Went back and forth with the Miz. Has Miz teamed up with anybody properly that isn't in WWE now?
Shane.
Shane. Nah, Shane's not going to wrestle for another promotion.
Right.
Okay.
But then they went like an
Miz
official
took
tag
it from
team.
Roman Reigns. Rusev
In
had
20
it at some point, yeah. Miz took it from Reigns at the 25-year anniversary show. Reigns.
It could be Aiden English. Does he count? Or is this
He's
because
still in WWE.
he's a commentator though? He's not really a wrestler.
Yeah, but he's not then going to be performing for another promotion.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay,
so if you got as far as back as Rusev, but then who did?
Rusev.
Okay, so wait, hold on. So who's US? So Andrade. Who did Andrade take it from? He took it from Rey Mysterio.
Probably.
Yeah, he took it from Rey Mysterio. Who took it from? I want to say Samoa Joe.
Yeah, like 6 seconds or so.
Right, but then Samoa Joe took it from. Samoa Joe wasn't in the tag team, so Samoa Joe took it from whom? Oh. Samoa Joe going into WrestleMania was the United States champion. Who did he beat?
Bro, we didn't rule out RVD, did we?
Huh?
We didn't rule out RVD, did
But what tag team was he a part of that who the champion has won championships in the last 5 years?
Ray. He teamed with Ray. He was in a tag team with Ray, like a proper tag team. And then he got injured, and then Rob Van Dam was replaced with Eddie Guerrero. Okay.
Yeah, but then are we counting them as an actual tag team? This is what I'm getting, because Rey Mysterio and RVD are still very much solos. So we say tag team as an actual tag team, as in AOP, that sort of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but for example, I would say Ziggler and Rude are an actual tag team right now.
No, but then didn't we clarify this?
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, we
clarified
did,
this, right?
we did. But then you've still got to then have that opinion on who fits what clarification. Because would you say Rude and Ziggler are a tag team, or would you say they're still?
Well, right now they are, but then
Yeah.
still they are like, if you disband them, then they can still fit as solos. If you disband the Usos, it's like.
So again, my question is: Rude and Ziggler a tag team?
Well,
Right.
I would.
Because if that's the case,
I would say they are teaming right now. But
Is
like I
Buddy
said,
Murphy
if you-
and Seth Rollins a tag team?
they're teaming right now, but then if you split them up, they still stand alone as solos. If you split up the Usos, it's like they're a tag team. Do you know what I mean? The Usos. Same with the Hardys. When you split them up, it's like they're like.
Could be RVD. It really could be RVD. He's been in WWE within the last 5 years. He's in Impact. He's definitely had potentially a partner that's gone on to do big things.
If we're talking about Rey Mysterio or even Kane, or yeah, but Kane has done anything in the last 5 years. But Kane has won stuff. So you want to still
So
like?
let's ask if this person's in Impact.
Is this person currently in Impact? But even so, then you've only got 3 questions to mess around with.
I don't know what to ask them.
No. You're more than welcome to ask. You're more than welcome to ask that. I'm just saying that just only means that then we've got 3 questions left to.
3 or
thingy.
4? 3? Alright, I'll give you 3.
I'm gonna say 3. Is there anything you?
No, we had 4 and then we just used it for the thingy, so now we're on 3.
Yeah,
Is
okay, but that's it. Okay,
Is there
cool.
anyone? Is there anything you want to ask Alexa?
You could ask her if Rob Van Dam is currently wrestling.
I know he's in Impact.
Oh yeah. I mean, I know that I saw his promo where he was like doing the porn shoot or something like that, or whatever. Was it the after party? I saw that promo for Impact, and that was the one that everyone was like, "Oh, it's too sexy to TV." Blah blah. Whatever.
The other thing we got to remember, right, is that we know that this superstar in question has been in WWE within the last 5 years. We didn't confirm that the team was within the last 5 years.
Okay, well, if you're absolutely sure, and they're saying
No, that doesn't mean I have someone. I'm just saying that that's also something to think about. They could have had that team years ago, and just been. They could have gone and come back. Like it could be anything. So there's that as well.
They can ask about Van Dam. I mean, we can ask about Impact. I'm fine with that. Is this superstar currently wrestling on Impact? We're going with that.
No, just okay. Yeah. Is this person currently wrestling on Impact?
Is this person currently wrestling in Impact? No.
That doesn't help. So that was our RVD. But then this person is apparently still active, so he's in any of the other promotions. Which again, I have no idea who's in the other promotions. So now it just comes back to now we have to really narrow down these championships.
I'll give you a little clue that you do not, well, not clue, but yeah, do not get too hung up on the other promotions. Like you said, like you've rolled out with the major ones, so don't get hung up on that. Trust me, you would not guess it.
So maybe narrow the whole title thing we were doing. Narrow it down to one or the other, and then let's just go through the title reigns.
So as in like what the partner held.
We know that it's either
He was a
US
champion.
or IC within the last 5 years. Let's narrow it down to one of them.
Okay, do it. So ask about the US, because then that way, if it's not, at least I have a better chance of remembering who was the Intercontinental Championship.
It doesn't matter. It's the same answer whichever one you ask.
I think.
Because if
No, because if he asks, oh yes, if he says that, oh yeah.
yeah. Okay. Was the title that this person's tag team partner hold the US Championship?
The title that they held was the US Championship.
Not the person?
Yeah,
the
yeah,
person's
yeah.
partner.
Person's partner. No.
So it's
Former
Intercontinental.
Intercontinental Championship.
Former
So-
Intercontinental Champion, but his partner left and whatnot. But then this person has
Slash
held
Rush.
this person has held the IC Championship
Within the last 5 years, and is now wrestling in another promotion. We're not going to get.
Well, the
strong-
partner is wrestling in another promotion.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But then you just got to think of someone who has been an Intercontinental Champion in the last
In the
5
last
years.
5 years. Let's go through it. So. like
Well,
I
the
said-
work backwards. Like I was saying, so we started with. So we got to the point where so from Dean Ambrose, we said he beat Seth.
No, we started off with Barrett, Daniel Bryan.
Oh no,
Right.
don't work forward. I said work backwards
So from now to back.
because
Okay, so this is
it's more
Intercontinental.
recent.
But it's not now. It's only from 2015 to 2017.
That the person was active, but then
Oh,
but
yeah,
then the
okay,
superstar
fine,
was a
fine,
champion.
Who's the IC title now? Who's the
Well, we
IC?
said it's Strowman, Shinsuke, Balor, Lashley, Ambrose, Rollins. Then you said that
That's
he
what I
beat
got.
Miz.
Yeah.
something like that.
Ooh, yeah.
Was it Miz?
sounds-
I remember him feuding with Ziggler, and Ziggler was champion in there somewhere.
No, at that point it was between Miz and it came from Roman. Rusev had it. It was between those two. I can't remember the order.
Okay, so Roman took it from Rusev, but then
I couldn't tell you who Rusev took it. Rusev started that between those three. After Rusev, Roman beat Rusev,
right.
and then it went back and forth between him and Miz, and then Seth got involved.
So who would Rusev have beat?
That's what I'm trying to think. You said Ziggler, maybe Ziggler at that point. I don't remember.
No, I don't remember Ziggler being champion, and I only remember Rusev winning the title it being a big thing. So, John Cena wasn't Intercontinental champion. I think it's the only one that he hasn't held, right?
Yeah.
He's been US champion, but he didn't.
He hasn't held it.
So who would Rusev have beaten? I can't even think of like mid carders who like Rusev could have potentially have beaten then, or even main eventers. Did he beat Jeff Hardy? No, because Jeff Hardy was Intercontinental champion. Wait, was he new Intercontinental champion? Yeah, because that would have been that. No, because somewhere, so Miz would have beaten Jeff Hardy. Somewhere in there.
I don't remember Jeff holding the Intercontinental Championship.
Jeff was the IC champion. Because when I was at SmackDown, when AJ and Shinsuke was our main event, Jeff Hardy, the main event dark match with Jeff Hardy defending the IC title championship against The Miz, I believe.
Okay, I have no recollection.
Or was it US? I don't know. It's just
This is perfect karma.
I just remember that was our main
No,
event.
it would have been US because Jeff took it from Jinder on Raw and then took it to SmackDown. Since Jeff Hardy came back with Matt,
He's not won the Intercontinental title. Okay, so that was
So
the US
I
title.
think
So I'm getting
Rusev would
confused.
have beaten. Do you know what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to take it back. Zack Ryder won it. Miz beat him the next night. Miz
Right.
held the Intercontinental Championship, and then he was in a feud with somebody.
Right, and it's like really irritating me now because
And
I
this
should
is
know
the
this
time-
stuff.
It did go back and forth. Ziggler did beat him. Because I remember Miz had Maurice, yeah, and they did this thing where they rolled each other up. Ziggler had it.
Oh yes, that was the one
So-
when Ziggler was the main event of No Mercy kind of thing. Like it was the mid card match, and it was the battle of the night.
If
kind of thing.
Ziggler loses, he loses his career. and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So maybe Rusev did beat Ziggler.
Mm,
I don't remember it, but I can't think of who else would have taken the IC title from. Either way, out of all the superstars that we've mentioned, have we mentioned anybody so far that has had a partner that isn't there anymore?
That's just it. Like no.
Okay, so let's keep going. So Rusev, Miz, Roman Reigns, Ziggler, Zack Ryder. In that match with Zack Ryder, who was the IC title? Who was the IC champion? Remember Dean Ambrose?
No, going into that match, he wasn't the champion. I think it was.
Luke Harper's won the Intercontinental Championship at one point. Yes. he
Yeah,
definitely
but then with Luke Harper, Eric Rowan is still active.
has. He hasn't teamed with anybody else, has he?
No,
Okay, so let's keep him moving.
and you can't say Luke Harper is as the person itself because Luke Harper was a champion. He said the person wasn't a champion between 2015 and 2016. But then 2015, what was that WrestleMania? As I'm getting at.
We
2015.
did that already, 31.
So that's 31.
Yeah.
So you're just kind of counting all this stuff. So okay, so what was the WrestleMania 30? So WrestleMania 31 was Daniel Bryan winning. WrestleMania 32 was Zack Ryder winning. So who did Zack Ryder beat? Who?
That's right, that's
Yeah,
pretty
who
sure
was
I said,
who was the champion going into that
I
match?
said Dean Ambrose. I think
It wasn't because Dean Ambrose wasn't in that match. He was
I know.
Brock Lesnar. He was Brock Lesnar and Dean Ambrose that WrestleMania.
Okay, my bad.
In that match, it was Ziggler, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Zack Ryder,
Barrett
The
again, man.
Miz.
I think it's Barrett again.
Was Barrett even around in them days? I don't remember. But I know it was definitely these guys.
What was the Mania where Stone Cold, McFoley, and Shawn Michaels came back?
This is the same WrestleMania that one about.
So then it couldn't have been Barrett because Barrett was involved with the New Day and the Legends. It was that group, foreigners,
League of Nations.
yeah, versus the New Day, and then at the end, Stone Cold, Shawn Michaels, and McFoley came out.
Ah, yes.
Couldn't have been
Yes.
Barrett. So going back to that match, it was Zack Ryder, The Miz,
Ziggler, Kevin Owens, Sami
Kevin Owens and
Zayn.
Sami Zayn because they almost killed each other in that match. I remember that. And
Yeah,
there would have been one more person.
that's right. Did you say The Miz?
Yeah, Miz, Zack Ryder, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens.
Dolph Ziggler.
Hand up.
I can tell you because this is a really. No, actually, no, I'm not going to this. It's really
Well, you can tell. You're more than welcome to tell us who was the champion going into that match.
I think if
might
he's
help us.
comfortable telling us, that's implying that it's not that person.
No, but then it's like it might just help like fit the timeline because I can be like, oh yeah, because he beat. But
Maybe,
it probably
yeah.
won't. But you know.
It's up to you, but yeah, that's fine. Don't ignore me. Ignore me.
Oh my god. Okay, so look, so Zack Ryder won that title. Well, actually, was it The Miz that was the champion anyway, and he won his rematch on the next night? Was that the thing?
I don't know.
'Cause I feel like The Miz was just like the kind of Intercontinental champion for like years. Or was it Jericho? Was Jericho? No, Jericho was with AJ Styles at that point. So I want to say it was The Miz, and then basically he got his rematch the next night and then won it back.
Okay, but still, doesn't help us.
Okay, but then so let's say it was. Okay, is Big Show considered still active?
Yes, he was there a few weeks ago.
Yeah, but then at this point now, actually, yeah, so never mind.
Again, does matter because he's not wrestling for someone else. This
Okay, yeah,
person
true,
is
true,
wrestling somewhere else right now. No,
But I'm assuming that it seems that he could probably be wrestling like heavy indie. Does that make sense? Like really, really indie.
Just anywhere. It could be wrestling in high school. Like it's just.
But either way, I'm just saying that this particular person who was thinking about it, just to think of a tag team where a white guy has left and done, but that white guy when he was dead did fuck all. Like, we're saying that this guy had no accolades, right? Wasn't that the whole point? He wasn't a champion, but his partner's gone on to be a champion.
Yeah, he wasn't a champion within the last 5 years.
Oh, our particular guy. That's
Yeah.
what I was about.
Yeah.
So our guy could potentially have been a champion at some point.
That's what I said at the very beginning.
Oh,
we
okay.
established that the whole time.
Oh, okay. It shows how like out of focus I am for this. Oh my god. Okay. So we've got 3 questions left. What do we need to ask?
What? How many questions you got? You got one more question, nigga. And then
One?
Yeah. you
Yeah, we got one left.
What did you ask?
No. I'm not even doing this.
We asked about
The
Impact.
last question we asked, you knew we had one left.
Yeah.
We discussed it.
You did.
Oh my god, was it the Impact question? That was the last one that
Yeah.
that
That was the
oh
last
my
one.
god, so
Yeah. So you got one more left, and then you got to ask who it is.
Could it be?
CM Punk. What tag team was he a part of?
No, I think he left in 2014. So he's been gone for more than 5 years. But the reason why I said him is because I don't know, because we said wrestling / performing. I don't know, UFC backstage.
What partner
And
was he
his
with?
partner, Daniel Bryan. He was a team with Daniel Bryan for a while.
Was
Again, it wasn't a team though. No, but we said we didn't. There's no time frame on the tag team, so he was definitely in a team with Kofi, but they won the titles. This team never won the titles. Forget what I'm saying.
This team didn't win the titles within 5 years.
So it could be.
Do you think it's CM Punk? So after all of this, you think it's gonna end up being CM Punk?
I don't. I'm just.
That'll be a wicked twist.
It's not.
So I feel like it's probably CM Punk now. That's so we'll put him on the back burner. He's there.
I don't
Sorry.
think so, but yeah. I don't know what you want to ask, bro. Unless should we do the same thing that we were doing for the Intercontinental Championship for the US title?
As our last question.
No, should
Oh.
we just?
Yeah,
we
because
already determined it was the Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah. He just said that.
So remember.
That's why we was going back for the IC title and stuff. Oh, that was our last one. That
Yeah.
was because we asked about the Impact one. Then the last question was IC. Yeah, okay. Now I remember why, because I forgot about that question. Okay. No, because I was wondering, because I was like, we still had like 2 questions, and then you're like, no, that was the question. Got it. So, Intercontinental Champion, just someone who has won it, but their partner, like I said, did nothing. And I can't. But then, technically, this person could have still won a title back then, but we're just talking about this 5-year frame.
I think, as is the last question, maybe we just ask, have we said this guy's name?
Well, I think I honestly still think it's Holly Evan Bourne. Because in my because technically if we're weighing it up to my 5-year frame, Evan Bourne was doing nothing in his time. I didn't realize that it really was.
When did
this.
Evan Bourne get released though?
Before 2015, or maybe after that or something like
So
that.
it can't be Evan Bourne then.
You could ask Alexa about Evan Bourne's release.
Okay. And then if she says it's within the last 5 years, you're happy to then ask if it's Evan Bourne.
Or we have to ask one more question.
Yeah, you got
to
one more
narrow it
question.
down.
Yeah, you did.
Oh,
Yeah.
The last question doesn't have to be the superstar.
No, the last question.
No.
Our guess is not a question. Our guess is a guess.
Yeah.
But he
So you
said
can
if,
max
if,
out.
if we guessed at like number 5 and we got it wrong, then
Oh!
that's the game over. Do you know what I mean?
Then let your last question be: is his partner Kofi Kingston? If she says yes to Evan Bourne, question has to be: is his partner Kofi Kingston? Boom. If she says yes, if she says no, I can't help you. If she says yes, you 100% have to ask: was his tag team partner Kofi Kingston?
Okay, so you want to go with that? It sounds pretty.
What's the question to Alexa, just in case?
We're gonna. We're thinking.
When?
When did Evan Bourne get released from WWE?
Okay.
Or you can do it the other way round and ask her about Kofi and then ask him. But I think from how Alexa and Google work, I think Evan is the more one that you'll get an answer. I don't know if she'll be able to determine one single Kofi title reign. I think that's too specific where you won't get an answer. And if we don't get an answer, we wasted it.
So how do you word it so she would understand?
With the Evan Bourne question,
Yeah.
I would say, when did Evan Bourne get released from WWE?
But then can we ask Alexa and then also, like, because it's an ask Alexa thing, can we ask Alexa and then if it doesn't read, can we ask Siri? I feel like we should be allowed that allowance.
No, you gotta choose one of
You
the
gotta
other
choose
ones.
one.
Yeah.
No.
Even me,
Because if she doesn't understand the
If
question,
you don't trust Alexa, ask Siri.
Yeah.
Which one? But do you know Siri will definitely
well,
answer something?
Siri will bring up the site in it. So
No, we
I
can't
will
look at
see.
stuff. We can't look at stuff.
But then it's just a matter of like, you know, it's just a thing of because Siri will be like, oh, this is the result I find.
Listen,
But
I'm only saying this because you feel it potentially could be Evan Bourne. So if I felt it was Evan Bourne, this is what I would do. I don't actually know. But Evan Bourne 100% fits the bill if Kofi won the Intercontinental Championship post 2015 or from 2015 onwards. If Kofi has won the Intercontinental Championship in 2015 onwards and Evan Bourne was still in the WWE in 2015, it's Evan Bourne. It has to be. Unless there's someone else that has done the exact same thing.
which I can't think of anyone else that has. But then it's like I say, so we've got this far. Should we
I'm
just do
happy
it?
to risk it, but it's your call because
No, I'm happy to do it. I'm happy to do it. It's like we just do it because it's getting to this point where it's tedious now.
But this is
Like,
your choice. This is your answer. So it's
So how do we word this? So you say, Alexa,
when was
when
I want to say Evan Bourne, but it's Matt Sedana. When was Evan Bourne released from WWE? I mean, you know Alexa. Would Alexa answer something like that?
It varies. It honestly
which is why I said that that's the point. So my thing is, if Alexa doesn't understand the question, don't we get the allowance to ask Siri? Because Siri will understand it.
You would just say, I don't know that one. So that's what I'm saying. Even if it says that, then
No,
that's-
Siri will be like, here's the results for Evan Bourne and WWE. It will say something like that, and I'll get my answer.
I'm ready to risk it. I think Alexa will hook you up. I think she'll just come back and say,
because I'm pretty sure if I did that and you had the power, you'd be like, no. It's
No, see,
one
I
chance.
would have said if you guys said that. Oh, you're gonna ask Alexa, but you're also gonna ask Siri as well, just to clarify. I would have been like, yeah, actually, that makes sense, just in case.
I'm playing a game and I think that's a bit unfair.
How's that unfair?
I think choose one.
Choose
I think
one.
even being allowed to choose one when it was specified.
That's
to be
how
Alexa.
I feel. It should be just choose one.
Yeah.
Choose one of them.
Okay, then so we can go with Alexa.
When was Evan Bourne
Released from WWE.
WWE?
Oh, when did Evan Bourne leave WWE? Which do you
It's
think?
up to you, but just be
word?
careful with them words, bro. You don't want to say it.
I'm the one that says it. So, Alexa, when was?
You want to ask it now? You sure?
I didn't hear that.
You're
Say
fine.
that again.
So you're fine. You're fine.
So the question is,
Do you want to say leave or release? What do you want to do? It's your call.
do you think they'll understand release? Well, they write that, don't they? They say like this superstar has been released.
Go with your gut.
When was Evan Bourne released from?
I think either or. I think you're leaning towards leave. Go for leave. This is not
No,
me.
I'm leaning
No.
towards release. I'm just thinking. I was just saying your opinion. Which one would you think would be?
I think I would say release, but it's not me. I don't want you to do release and then it fails and you blame me. So
I'm gonna blame you regardless. So
Who said it was Evan Bourne? Who said it was Evan Bourne?
Alexa, when was Evan Bourne released from WWE?
Sorry, I don't know that.
Okay. I think you.
See, no, I think I should ask Siri. I think actually we should get that allowance. Come on now.
Let's do this.
I think whatever you're okay, this is your choice. You either ask him was his partner Kofi Kingston, or you ask him what you wanted to ask.
Well, no, because then that means he's still got to search.
Yeah, but he can do that. He's allowed to search what he wants.
Yeah.
So you either ask him was the partner Kofi Kingston, or you ask him what you wanted to ask Alexa. If you're still on Evan Bourne.
I mean, who else fits the bill? Because he said don't get hung up on promotions, so we don't know what the hell Evan Bourne's doing right now. He could
well,
be
he's
some-
definitely wrestling. I'm sure he is.
And then Kofi Kingston has gone on to be champions.
And it's just whether he won the IC title 2015 onwards. I'm like 99% sure that he did, but I don't know because, like I said, the New Day started in 2015. But you
But
were
then I
talking
can't-
about the back end of 2000.
Yeah, was it at the
so-
beginning? I can't remember
I
that.
don't
But then
know.
the 2015 WrestleMania was WrestleMania 31. Kofi Kingston was in the Battle Royal, but was he in the Battle Royal as Kofi Kingston? That's what I'm getting at.
Probably, yeah.
I don't remember the New Day being in that Battle
Just
Royal.
before New Day, Kofi Kingston
Was still
he kind of rebranded. He stopped wearing pants and he started wearing trunks, and he was doing this flying thing, and he started wearing like Snoop Dogg hats or whatever, very briefly, and he was predominantly on Superstars.
right, but then I'm getting at
So that's why I'm worried. I don't think he won the IC title that year, which would mean it was 2014, 2013, which would mean It's not within the last 5 years.
Okay, go on.
I'm just gonna remind you, it was you that said it was Evan Bourne. I did not say that.
Yeah, but you have no clue, so it's like at least I have some kind of a clue of who it could potentially be.
Oh, thanks.
At least I have some kind of a clue of who it could potentially be.
Oh, very good.
So,
Alright, so you're gonna ask him, is
Okay.
this person's tag team partner Kofi Kingston? Is that what
yeah,
you're
go
asking?
on.
Alright, so you say it,
Was
say it
this
clear.
person's tag team partner Kofi Kingston?
No.
But then now you have to tell us who it is.
Are you not gonna bother guess?
How can we guess? We don't know who the hell you're on about
Okay.
at this point. That's how that was my. Okay, it could be this person, but yeah. So effectively, Rob has won this. Mr. Chaos has won.
Unless you want to extend it and give us some clues, I don't know. But
Are you gonna keep it for the next one?
I bet it's like million or something.
no. All right. Yeah. Just All right.
Oh my
so,
god.
Don't say it. Okay, say it. Well, technically, we can still guess.
yeah, you still got the answer. To actually,
So
but
if
you
you
have
think-
to
if
say
you-
the
if you think
wrestler.
it's- Okay, but you can say it to us though, or you can say it in discussion. Who do you think?
Brodus Clay? Was he in a tag team? He was in a tag team, but his partner didn't win anything.
Where's Chris not white?
I don't know what is he black?
Yeah,
Kind of.
or of color.
Okay.
So you can't say him. You can't say A-Train. But he didn't win any titles.
Adrian's still there.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I'm ready here.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right. Cool. This person came back. He actually had 2 runs actually, but this is obviously the second one.
Mhm.
Came back in 2016.
Oh. Oh wait. So we're 2015, and we didn't even. Alright.
Can't be Alberto.
We came back in 2016. So a second run in 2016. Someone who's white. In 2016, who came back.
It's too late now. So even if you
Yeah.
guessed it. So yeah. Also left in 2016.
Oh, so they're literally for a moment.
Yeah. Came back with someone else, but teamed up mainly with a champion at the time,
You can say who the champion is.
The Miz.
He teamed up with The Miz but returned. Come on.
With someone else.
Alex Riley.
No, because that was in 2016. That was
Um,
here, so that was 2011.
Damien Sandow. He never won the title though.
No, it wasn't. It was not Damien Sandow.
And how it was, I was gonna be like, what the fuck? Like, no. I was gonna be like, no. I was like, I would demand a recount. I demand Eric. No, if it can't be Damien Sandow, we didn't get that. Like, no.
No.
We're going.
I thought about him and dismissed him because
Yeah.
you said champion. So go on.
Yeah, so it teamed up with the Miz, who was Intercontinental Champion at that time.
Proper team because we said proper team.
Yes, they were formed. They were part of a proper
Not
team.
stable, a team.
We mean stable. Yeah,
Tag team.
yeah, tag
2
team.
people.
No, but then we had said this from the very get go. We said tag team as in an AOP, Street Profits, Usos. We said this at the beginning.
Yeah, but like when they were in their first run, it was mainly just 2. Like it was mainly 2 guys, and one was a manager.
Okay, carry
Mainly.
Mainly
But
2 guys at one.
on. No, it's cool. It's cool. Like I want to hear this. Like
So he
Alright.
came back to predominantly team with The Miz.
that's what you said, right?
Even though we had already established that we were talking about actual tag teams. Just
Yeah,
to
No,
clarify-
just
Go on.
let him finish.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, go on,
this
go
guy
on.
came back in 2016,
Yeah.
then left, and then came back.
No, he came back in 2016 and then left in 2016.
Yeah. He was there before prior.
But this is the second
as
one.
part of a team. They teamed up with the Miz. Anyway, still currently wrestling in Major League Wrestling, MLW, Kenny Dykstra.
Oh my god, yes! He came back when he was like when Miz was feuding with Dolph Ziggler, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Kenny Dykstra. He came back also
The
with
Maurice-
Mike Mondo, who was part of
Remember what I said? We don't have a time frame on the team. He was in the Spirit Squad.
but it was mainly 2 people. That was
but then in the first
Oh
one,
my
it was him and
God.
Dolph Ziggler.
Oh my god! So you're saying the tag team partner that went on to win?
Was Dolph
He
Ziggler?
did what Randy did. He chose
What?
someone that got repackaged.
No,
he was no
package.
What was Dolph Ziggler's name in the Spirit Squad? Like
Nikki.
Nikki or something like that. Nikki did not go on to win the Intercontinental
Oh,
Championship.
Dolph Ziggler did. Oh, okay.
I forgot about that.
You cut off Randy's head for that stuff, man.
No, seriously, I completely forgot. No.
Oh, okay.
Okay, all right.
See this?
Oh yeah. Oh snap.
Oh, God. Wow.
Nah.
I take that back.
Do you know what? I
actually.
am partly
No,
gonna slightly give it to him because even WWE blurred the lines with that because that storyline is pointless because they're acknowledging the fact that Dolph was Nikki. Do you know what I mean? So in a way, I get it because they technically Dolph Ziggler and Nikki from Spirit Squad are two different people. If we're supposed to believe fantasy or whatever, they acknowledge that Dolph Ziggler was in the Spirit Squad.
Yes.
So if you take that into consideration, he's not
entirely
far
wrong.
off.
But Nikki did not go on to be a world champion or do anything.
Well,
outside
he
of the Spirit
did
Squad.
because WWE acknowledged it.
No, but we weren't thinking along those lines. We were thinking of people who like prominently did sign like.
But in his defense, we weren't really looking at old school teams anyway. We were looking at teams
From the recent
more
times.
recently when we didn't have to. We didn't have a time frame. We just
We
assumed.
kind of kept it all like recent.
So
recent.
it's not like if he had not said that, would we have thought any
I still
different?
wouldn't have got Kenny Dykstra though. I honestly
Exactly.
wouldn't have.
I
I'm
don't
not gonna
think-
lie. So that was actually a good draw for you. I'll give you that. It was
So
a random one, but it was a
So
good draw.
it's I'm gonna leave it between you two. Like it's either unfair,
yeah. I
Because
see
you
what
technically-
you're getting from. I see what
but
you're getting
at the same time, one, they acknowledge it like that, and two, that wasn't gonna help us. It's not like,
Right.
oh my god, we would have got that if you didn't say that. Do you know what I
Right,
mean?
like looking back now, like Kenny Dykstra.
Yeah,
I
that
remember
was-
him. I see, it would have helped him because even he was actually only in like one game, innit? He was into 2008.
don't remember him for
So I
that.
know this is what 2008. He was in that
Okay.
game. But it
I
was
remember
like,
he had a singles run because he was I was watching an R-Truth thing when R-Truth debuted. He faced Kenny because
Oh,
Kenny
yeah, he
had
did
a
have a
bit
temporary
where he
singles
was like
run.
on SmackDown for like
Yeah.
4 weeks or whatever, and he had this own music and it was cocky, but
Yeah.
it died.
Yeah.
right. And then,
But I don't think between that time going to SmackDown that he left. I think he was in the Spirit Squad. They went back to OVW, but they were still under WWE, and then he came back to SmackDown. Then he left,
and then,
and then
he came back when like
Yeah.
Maurice randomly brought him back to like
Yes.
make
Yeah.
sure that the Miz was winning and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's like okay. But then see, the reason why my only thing is I don't consider him teaming with the Miz. He was more like a side because that
But
was,
but
that's not the team though. He's saying he's just telling that us, but when you say team,
he was talking about my Mike Mundo thing. That's what he said.
what?
No, he came back with Mike Mundo.
For
But-
Miz
No,
thing,
but you're remember the team didn't have a time frame. So when you
Yeah.
say team, you're referring to his original Spirit Squad.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
not
yeah.
his team with Mike the Miz. Or
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because when in 2006,
15. No, 2006.
he was in a tag team.
Spirit Squad.
It was a
Mind
They
you,
were
I
dumb tag
still
team, like how-
argue that because that's technically a stable or a fraction because there's more than five. It's like 5 people. or
yeah.
whatever it was.
But if this person was in the New Day, we'd accept it. And New Day is the stable, and they do the Freebird thing as well. So
But you see,
Yeah.
the Spirit Squad didn't because Nikki and Kenny were the tag team champions.
no, Serious Squad did the Freebird rule.
Yeah.
Oh, so all of them were tag team champions.
Yes,
Oh, okay. I
big
did not know
whole
that.
group, 2 titles between like 8 people. However,
Okay, I did not know that. I thought it was just
yeah, because every time they had matches, it was different people teaming.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how I knew what. Because when New Day did it, I thought, oh, Spirit Squad used to do that.
I was like, see, I don't even remember that because Spirit Squad were before my time. So
Oh, fair
I
enough.
say before my time, but like that was the time of Raw when I wasn't really watching Raw. Like I was more access to SmackDown, and then on SmackDown there was no teams that did a Freebird rule. So
So, like I said, there's a side where it's a bit unfair, but there's a side where I understand it. I'm gonna say I'm happy to accept that loss.
yeah, I accept the defeat. I'm more because I was never gonna get Kenny Dykstra. But in the same breath,
I know. I understand. I see what. I see
It
where
was
you
a
guys
big
coming
deal
from.
last time.
It was.
Technically, Randy did that with Midian.
because he was the package. You said is that the thing?
Yeah,
But we
it's just
said it-
basically what we said. Nick didn't go on to win World Heavyweight Championships or Intercontinental Championships.
Yeah.
But the only reason why I'm okay with it is because WWE in storyline are acknowledging that Dolph is Nick.
Yeah.
Oh right, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
That's
Which is
canon.
stupid, but
It's canon. Yeah.
yeah.
Whereas when with the Midian thing, it was totally different. So yeah.
So Midian, they don't acknowledge him as his
Well, I
original person.
wouldn't know, but we didn't know at the time when we played, so it didn't come up. If I did, if I could remember JR referencing his old 90s gimmick or whatever, then I would have said something, but I didn't. So,
Yeah.
but I actively remember them. The whole feud was about the Spirit Squad beating up Dolph because he used to be in the Spirit Squad. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, so that's why. So people that the Maurice is bringing back were the Spirit Squad members, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Got it.
not all of them.
Yes, I remember now. I remember.
Yeah.
Ha! Well, you
It
know
was
what?
it was a stupid feud.
Well,
It was. But
defeating the person that he chose, but okay, I get it.
I wonder why they didn't stay. Clearly they were just rooting for temporary contract, but
yeah,
they should have just stayed in
they
WWE.
should have stayed. They had a little feud with Rhino and Heath afterwards, and then obviously that's when they would like. I think Heath had to fight for his contract. It was during that time, and then when Heath and Rhino defeated them, which by the way he's still wrestling in Impact.
Who?
Rhino.
Okay.
He's at Impact.
But he wouldn't have counted though because he was a champion.
Yeah, he wouldn't have counted, but I remember he was asking if he was still wrestling or not. And Ryback, he still actually is wrestling. He's on the independent circuit, currently undefeated.
The thing we watched we didn't watch it together, but the Chris Van Vliet,
Yeah.
which was about a month ago, he said he's not wrestling.
But I saw another one where, because I think he's done 2, and he done another one, and he said he's actually gearing up to come back in the new year. So I don't know what the fuck he's doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where did you say he's wrestling?
He's just in the independent circuit right now, currently
So
undefeated.
he's literally wrestling.
Yeah, but then
Okay.
nowhere like kind of prominent.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like so wrestling in like I don't know
High school gyms and shit. Yeah.
auditoriums, gyms. just
So
random.
so we could have fully believed it was Ryback and got it wrong. Ryback
Yeah.
would have fit the bill
Yeah,
because Curtis Axel's former Intercontinental champion within the last 5 years.
Yeah.
They were in a dead team that didn't win anything. We could have said Ryback, ticked all the boxes, but still been wrong.
yeah, essentially.
Yeah.
Which is like which I don't think did you realize that when you were saying right back, or would that have just been the kind of thing of like because we could literally have got so far as to think it was Ryback.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing stopping me from saying Ryback is I was adamant that he wasn't wrestling. If Ryback,
I knew that he was still wrestling, yeah.
If Ryback was wrestling right now, I would have said it was Ryback
Yeah.
because every other box was ticked.
Right.
No, I could understand that.
Again, Evan Bourne ticked every box.
Except
If
we
Kofi won in
if we
2000.
just knew about Kofi Kingston and stuff like that.
Yeah, he got released in 2016. No, 14.
Evan Bourne, so we
Ooh,
chose
so it wouldn't have been
like,
Evan.
Yeah.
I thought it couldn't have been all the way into 15.
Yeah.
But see, this is my thing. It's
Like
like
15, they had the new WWE logo. He wasn't
Yes.
around with the
No.
new-
with the spiky logo.
Yeah,
okay.
he was there for the scratch one.
Right. Okay, fine,
What
fair
were you
enough.
say?
Huh?
You were about to say something.
Even I don't remember. Pay that back.
But well, there you
We
go.
digress.
That was
Good game.
a very stressful one for these guys, but
More editing for you.
more editing for me, yay! I'm just gonna trim it and then just play it and just but no, I'm joking. But yeah, very I guess slightly controversial episode. Slightly too controversial. What are your thoughts on that? Did you guys guess it from the beginning or from the get-go? Is there any questions they should have asked? Leave the comments below as always. And also, as always, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Make sure you ring the bell as well to be notified of all notifications. Please do that because that equals more money for me. Thank you. So yes, without further ado, thank you very much, Big Man Rides. And Mr. Rhymes, would you like to drop your social media handles right now?
Right. Oh, you want to say?
Yes.
Alright, well, as for me, on all social media platforms, it is at Mr_RYMZ. And that is on all social media platforms.
Yes, and yourself. Big
Me, everything is at Big Man Rides. That's BIGMANRIDEZ. Twitter, Instagram, MySpace, OnlyFans, everything. So,
MySpace, that's
Which, by the way, make sure you check out our song right now, OnlyFans, that's on Spotify right now, doing very well. Just check the stats on there. It's actually got just over 12,000 streams. So thank you very much, you guys, for actually tuning in and listening to that song. I'm gonna play a little sample of that at the end of this episode. I'll put a link as well in the description box. But yeah, without further ado, I've been your host Chaos. He has been Rides. He's been Mr. Rhymes. This has been Take It to the Table, and we will see you next time, guys. Peace.
Hey.
What's your OnlyFans?